Nice job keeping the Cowgirls at bay for a second time this series. She's given up a total of 1 run in nearly 2 full innings in the circle.
Yeah, no earned runs, and Lily Walker just doing an amazing job rolling balls out to her defense. Only 4 strikeouts, which I honestly, you would expect a little bit more considering she hasn't given up any runs, but she just has been doing such a good job feeding her defense, getting the outs, keeping Oklahoma State off balance throughout the entire game on Friday and then here today as well for the most part.
One of the big things that Walker has done so well all season is not walk batters, ironically. Only 17 walks on the season, is second fewest on the team, even though she's far and away got the most innings pitched on the team. So just that 1 walk on the weekend, she gets a called strike on the outside corner here for an 0-2 count.
Yeah, I love the way she just trusts her stuff and throws it to the corners of the plate, doesn't leave a lot over the middle, and also keeps her walk numbers down. You never want to give teams like Oklahoma State.
There's a dribbler out in front. The throw down to first is in time to get Carly Godwin. Had her out in front on the check swing.
Yeah, Lily Walker there just keeping Oklahoma State off balance. Carly Godwin kind of second guessing her swing on that, doing a little check swing and creating an easy out for the Baylor defense. But Lily Walker just keeping the batters off the bases. You don't want to give an offense like Oklahoma State anything for free. You don't want to give them free bases, and she has done an amazing job today limiting those.
Bloodworth with a big hack there. That was a laser right at Govan, and again the leather put into play for one of these deep.
And getting a little unlucky with the placement.
Floating in there for a called strike to Tia Warsop. Megan Bloodworth's got to be wondering what she's got to do to not hit a ball directly at somebody today. Oh, 1 is bunted foul.
Yeah, those are always tough days when you're squaring up the ball and you're feeling good, seeing it and hitting the ball hard just right at people. And as a hitter, it can be a little discouraging, but you just gotta stay confident, keep doing what you're doing, because the more that you're barreling pitches up and hitting balls hard, the better the chances are of those balls dropping in.
0-2 count. Just low and away. Dribbled back at the middle, could be tough. Tobin over to first, and she got her by a half step. What a defensive showcase between these two squads today. And it helps us get to the 7th in a 1-1 ball game in Stillwater. And he upset a defending Olympic champion, gold medalist, to win the heavyweight title last night at the NCAA tournament. So they had a rousing round of applause.
Yeah, they definitely fired up the fans here at Cowgirls Stadium and the girls on the team as well. Just watching those players come out, and the backflip definitely got the crowd going a little bit.
We'll see if the Cowgirls can build off of that energy. Flores leading things off. She's 0 for 2. Takes a strike. That is hit on the ground right side. After falling behind 3-0, Malin able to get the ground out, one away. Brings up Dawson. She had the double to let off the fifth, came in to score with a lone run of the game so far for Baylor. Takes ball one inside. There's a swing and a miss. Outside, 2-1 count. David Taylor, the new head coach of Cowboy Wrestling, replacing an absolute legend in John Smith, pushing things forward in the new era of Cowboy Wrestling. They end up with 2 individual champions. Third place team finish as well. 2-2. That's grounded right side. Davis knocks that one down and can't get it there in time. Dawson winning the race over to the first base bag. I would be somewhat interested in another look at that. It was a lot closer on the replay than I thought it was in real time. Well, Malin's already gotten 2 ground balls to the middle infield in this inning. Can she get another one? They scored that an error, by the way.
Yeah, Rosie just picked that ball up so fast, too. I thought they were still going to have the out at 1, but the speed of Dawson getting on the line was too much.
That is foul tipped for a strike 2, and frankly, Davis had that played well. I mean, she was in front of it. Looked like it just took a bad hop, came up and hit her. Time called after Hassler took that foul ball off the gear, I think.
The zone, and she's able to get the swing and strike out.
And this is part of what makes her so dangerous, because remember, Baylor just saw Malin 2 days ago. Not even a full 48 hours, because that was a night game. But a lot of her strikeouts in that game were on the rise ball, and she was missing bats up high. And now we're seeing a lot of strikeouts today on the drop ball, where she's going away for the put away. And when you have multiple put away pitches, it makes you that much harder to hit.
Yeah, it's what makes her such a good strikeout pitcher. She can go up in the zone, down in the zone. She throws to all 4 quadrants, goes in and out on lefties and righties. And like you said, that just changing the game plan from game to game is so important with how good the Baylor offense is. You just got to keep them on their toes and keep mixing it up.
Ball 3 was up high. Avery Waddell trying to avoid the hat trick. She's already struck out twice today. Here's the 1-2. Hassler, who's been arguably the hottest hitter this weekend, is leading off this inning. And then Michaela Wark and Rosie Davis, who had been hitting in the cleanup and 3 spots respectively, they're due up next in the 8 and 9 spots. There's a ball lifted to right. Walkendorf in on it, makes the grab, 1 away. So you've got some hitters due up here that are used to hitting in the middle of the lineup. We'll see if that makes a difference. Big weekend at Cowgirls Stadium. A home attendance record for a 3-game series of nearly 5,100. That surpasses a series near and dear to your heart that you played into the 2023 Bedlam Home Series.
Yeah, it's amazing to see all the fans coming out in Stillwater, and with the bleachers over there on the right half the field, it's just like every single game just fills up here and create such an amazing atmosphere for these teams. It's just so much fun to play here.
Kayla Wart takes a strike right on the corner, and it was a big weekend. Coach Shippey's number and name went up on the left field wall Friday night. And then yesterday afternoon, the Cowgirls honored the original Oklahoma State softball team from 1975. A dozen team members from that squad were here in person, got their letter jackets, which was really cool to see.
Yeah, it was also alumni weekend, and there's a huge tailgate out there past the fence in left field. Tons of old players back in town, and tons of familiar faces around. It's been a fun weekend in Stillwater.
Work is dangerous in this spot. She hit her 6th home run of the year yesterday. So even with no one on, she's capable of ending this game with one swing. Might be easier to hit it out to right today, though, the way the wind's blowing. Out in front of a changeup that time for strike 2. Here's the 2-2. It's on away.
I'm sure Oklahoma State would love to get a base runner on for Rosie Davis, who's had 2 doubles in this game so far. So seeing the ball well off Walker.
Got her out in front of another off-speed pitch. Walked down on strikes. 2 strikeouts does Walker all afternoon. They're both against Michaela Wark. That is 6 consecutive batters retired by Lily Walker. That's hit hard through the left side for a knock. Rosie Davis 3 for 3 now in the game.
Yeah, and shout out to Rosie Davis, who went 0 for 3 against Walker on Friday night, and making the adjustment, going 3 for 3 today, 2 doubles, base hit there on the left side of the field. She's kind of been doing it all. Had 2 hits out to right field and able to turn on that one, take it out to left. She's having a great game.
Delgadillo dribbles one to the right side. Govan vacuums it up and steps on the bag, and we will have extra innings to decide this 3-game series in Stillwater. 1-1 as we head to the 8th. Here's a look at what the Cowgirls have coming up whenever they put it into this weekend series against Baylor. They will step out of conference play for a little while, take a trip down to the southeast and take on some of the Georgia folks, and Penn State going to travel down there as well. And then it's out west to Arizona and Arizona State, so there are a lot of travel miles coming up for the Cowgirls.
The Cowgirls are going to be on the road for a bit, taking on Georgia, another ranked opponent during their bye weekend, just keeping up with that tough schedule. And then Arizona State and Arizona, new to the Big 12. It's going to be fun to see how they compete against them.
1-0 count to the leadoff hitter in Ashlyn Walkendorf. 9-1-2 hitters due up here. Grounder right side. 2-hopper right up into the belly of Davis. She gets to first, 1 away.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Presley Palmer.
Little delay here. Not entirely sure what they were waiting on. That's hit hard on the ground, and Edwards knocked it down but couldn't get it cleanly. I would imagine they'll score that as single.
Yeah, That was a really hard hit ball off the bat of the leadoff hit and getting something going in the top of the 8th for Baylor.
Her third hit of the day. There's a bunt laid down. Going to be a tough play. Edwards doesn't have it at play at first. And so now they'll hold up. Runners on first and second with only one out here in the top of the 8th for Baylor.
Yeah, this is a great bunt by the shortstop, Amber Tovin, who Coach Moore said was one of their best short gamers. And there she goes again, moving her feet on that bunt. Perfectly placed in between third and the pitcher, and just a tough play for a defense. She's also very quick getting down the line, so good bunt by Tovin. And now Baylor looks like they're threatening here with 2 runners on and only 1 out.
Malin is at the 50 pitch mark in this game. She threw 100 Friday and 77 yesterday, so that has her up in the 220 range if my math is correct.
Quick math.
Quick math is not good math usually for me. Also, slow math is not good math usually for me.
No, she has thrown a lot of pitches this weekend, but they have needed her, and she has come through in so many situations.
Baylor trying to find a way to dig deep. Baylor threatening here, although neither hit has left the infield. But now it's Shaylin Govan, and we've talked about this. Govan has drawn 5 walks. There have been times in this series that the Cowgirls have pitched around her because they've been in a situation where they can. This is not that situation. You've got to be aggressive and come after her here.
Yeah, got to be aggressive, but also super careful. Anything over the heart of the plate, Shaylin Govan is going to just hit hard somewhere. And so Ruby Malin trying to nip the corners here, try to get Shaylin Govan a ground out.
It's a liner right at shortstop, and they double her up at second. Bloodworth makes the grand